Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
And then there was nothing else to do except contribute to GDP. All right, new policy. You know what? No, I'm going to do a new policy video later. For you, my fine friend, this is standard spurgtard vomiting bullshit where you spewed a bunch of shit out. Now, I don't get angry no more. I don't get pissed off. I just charge more fucking money for more of my fucking time and the pain and assery it takes for me to read through vomit that you didn't take the time to logically set up or prioritize or anything. So here, I just look at it and it's raping my eyes. That's all right. I increase the price. Hi Aaron, I'm a longtime fan of your channel on YouTube. Based on the fact that my life is really downhill right now, I just got 2 rejections from job interviews by phone the same day 3 days ago. I thought it was time I asked for your advice. I am from a country in Europe, to be somewhat specific, and not native in English. I'm a 26-year-old male who graduated from university last year. All right, you're a loser. You are 26 unless you were crippled or something. And why did it take, or you had the wisdom to take time off in between high school and college, so you took your time to figure out this is what I want to do, which you probably didn't. Graduated from university last year. I see you're 25, still too late, and have been unemployed for close to a year now. I graduated with a degree in economics, that's worthless, with some courses in management and finance included, also worthless. I was mostly depressed during university and suffered from video game addiction at times. Now it's my problem, my issue, to tell you what your problem is. Not loser, lazy. Being a loser is different. Being lazy is much worse. Video game addiction. Go fuck yourself. Not to pull the old 80 things, but you know there are kids starving in India? Because there was. Do you know there are kids starving in India? And you give me this bullshit excuse that he was addicted to video games. Fuck all of you who think video game addiction is a goddamn thing. You're lazy motherfuckers. Hey, so I sat around and watched porn all day and played video games. Help me get out. I wonder if my solution will be stop watching porn and playing video games and stop being a lazy motherfucker. I just wonder if that's going to be the advice and if all your problems stem from that. Yeah, I just can't figure it out. I fucking jerk off 8 times a day and I play video games. Why does my life suck? And you're depressed. Gee, I wonder. I'd kill to have the social life of college again. You guys have all these people running around. Oh, it's a good time. There's people playing hanky setting. What do? You stay in and you play video games. I wonder why you are depressed. I have no relevant work experience. So you didn't even work. At some point during university, I had a friend from class who hanged out with me during exam periods where I got my shit together and sometimes got good grades. Oh, so you sometimes got good grades. Because you were lazy! In general, my grades varied a lot based on how my mental health was at the time. No, it varied based on whether or not you became a man the fuck up and put the effort into studying. Stop blaming your laziness on mental health. Nope, not here. Not here, motherfucker. We do not do that here. And if others cared to push me to do stuff for that reason. So you need someone to constantly cheer you on? You need a cheerleading section? I did not charge you enough. I have both the highest possible grades and the lowest grades of courses in similar topics, especially in econometric courses. I've been asked about this multiple times in interviews. I've been to 7 job interviews since graduation 10 months ago, and not a single one has hired me, and lots of interviews have been somewhat unpleasant experience. Whoa. You've been on 7 job interviews? Wait, let me guess. You send out maybe 1 or 2 resumes a week. Is that it? You're not pounding it every day? You're not sending out resumes? You're not contacting recruiters? You're not applying in different towns? Let me guess. You're jerking off the porn and playing video games because my mental health is bad. I don't know why I only got that. Seven job interviews? Dude, that's nothing. I remember back in the day, you have to send out hundreds just to maybe get a couple interviews. And then I've had way more than 7 interviews before I got a fucking job offer. I've gone like a dozen. This just shows me you're a lazy, weak fuck. And until we cure the laziness problem, you will continue to have this shitty ass fucking performance in life. Well, what do I do? Actually, it's more like, yeah, what do I do? I don't know why people aren't hiring me. What, do I do this all the time? Yeah, I do. Why, you think that's a problem? Oh, and interviews were sometimes unpleasant experiences? Oh. The second job interview I had was at a bank for a low-end support finance position. The guy interviewing me was one of those finance guys with lots of drive for life. He was surprised I had no relevant work experience from my time during university. Yeah, did you show me a video game playing collection? He also asked if I did any sports in my spare time. I haven't done any sports like in a decade. I'll give you this. That's just dumb if they're, did you play sports? Maybe you thought you were like on the college team, you didn't have time to work. The interview lasted half the time it was planned, and my experience was that they didn't like me much. No, I don't like you much either. I really don't. What's to like? Honestly, tell me, why would an employer like you? You have shitty grades, you took a long ass sweet time to get there, you have nothing else like even extracurricular activities to show that you were busy, occupied, at least doing something quasi-constructive. And then, I mean, what else? And you have no work ethic, none. You have no any job. Subsequent interviews went better but were less lucrative job positions. They have mostly been spread over jobs of data analysis, business intelligence, managerial accounting, at times because of my skills with IT and Excel. The most common reason I have gotten from interviews after they told me they have chosen another candidate at the interview is that I think I give bad answers. One interviewer specifically told me over the phone that she did not learn anything about me or my skills from the 45-minute interview we had. She basically said she found it very difficult to get answers out of me. Well then, for once in my life, I'm going to suggest you get practice interviewing, all right? Your school or someplace should still have it where you can go in and do mock interviews, and they will tell you. And unlike all your fucking life, listen and make changes. Listen to what they say and make changes. All right, if you said, dude, I got like a 3.8, I did that, graduated, I have this work experience, I got an internship, and this gal just didn't, she said didn't learn anything. Then I'm going to side with the guy and say, well, you know what, that's probably just an HR bint. She probably, you know what, you just got to plug through that, maybe try and find the hiring manager. No, this is you, dude. I don't know if you're not trying to showcase your skills or can. Did you do practice interviews? Or did that also get in front of your moping and your video game playing schedule? Besides my unemployment, I have a range of other issues. Oh, I bet. And I guess we're gonna. Oh, gee, where do the problems come from? I've always had. In preschool, I was sent to a school psychologist because my speaking languages was largely undeveloped at the age of 6 to 7. I was first misdiagnosed with autism, which later changed to Asperger's, as my speaking language improved over the years. Well, boy, those psychologists sure identified it right. Where's your dad? That's all I want to know. Where is your fucking father? In addition, I have very low social skills and always had. No, you chose not to go out and play boys with you. You choose. Don't give me this bullshit. Do not. All right? You got a degree and you prove you can get A's in econometrics. Then you got F's because you were lazy. But you prove you can do it if you put your mind to it. And every other excuse you've given is... And here's the other thing. If you're truly handicapped and mentally impaired, how come you're pretty good at video games then? How are you good at anything? It's amazing how, I got a disability, but damn am I good at Call of Duty. Because last I checked, Call of Duty, World War II, that takes a lot of focus and attention, a lot of time and effort. I bet you could kick my ass at Call of Duty, though. But let me guess. I got a disease. I'm great at the fun shit. I'm really great at fun. Well, man, that hard stuff. It's because I got a disease. parent-teachers conferences in middle school. My dad once at a parent. Oh, I see. Your dad parent-teacher conferences told me that. So, wait, are your parents divorced? There's a shock. That's not your fault. Just another plug for the old divorce courts there. Kids don't need nuclear families. They're just fine. Had told him in professional terms that I was a weird kid. I've had multiple memories of me during my life doing socially dumb stuff. Well, don't do socially dumb stuff. In early high school, I, for example, liked a girl a lot at a time. I ended up looking at her a lot when she passed by or in class. Later, I heard from a friend that the girl had noticed it and told all the other girls that I stalked her, and suddenly everyone thought I was a loser. That's just middle school bullshit. You're already acting like the weirdo kid. Your dad wasn't around to kick your ass. I bet your dad didn't fucking spend any time with you to actually train you like, this is how we're a man, son. Hey, you better get in, you're not playing video games anymore. I'm gonna bet you don't have an older brother. You didn't go to the gym. You just sat and moped to play video games and jerked off to porn. And people didn't necessarily see you doing that, but they could tell. It is unfair, however, though, that they do this. And this is unfair and mean what middle school kids do. And it happened to me, too. Not this specific thing, but things where, oh, you're not wearing those shoes again. Oh, yeah, Claire's wearing those shoes. A half-friend of mine directly told me that he would not like not to be seen with me openly because of it. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I'm going to say that's not your fault. That's just middle school. This is just one example. I also get told often that I make jokes that are too offensive for specific audiences. Okay, here's what you do. Guys like you, and I don't mean people who might actually have autism or Asperger's or social anxiety whatever the fuck it is. Socially awkward, if you're a nerd, you're like, oh, I don't get along, I'm depressed, I'm sad. Blah, blah. Here's how you get into the social life. Watch a video I have on how to have a conversation and how to be an interesting person. But for the meantime, since you're too lazy in everything. You're too lazy to go out and pick on social cues. You're too lazy to go out and be sociable. You're too lazy to go out and participate in social activities, right? But when you do, I bet you once you do it, you gotta impress people or think you gotta be funny, and then you say stupid shit. If you're socially awkward, if you have social anxiety, if you want to get a social life, you have all these social problems, but you want to cure them, the best thing for you to do is be quiet and listen and realize that group of people is not there for you. That group of people is there for the group. And unless you have something to say that is truly insightful, that is truly funny and tasteful, all right, you shut the fuck up. And if people are saying, you don't talk much, I say, guess I'm a little bit more of a shy guy, right? And until you figure it out how social dynamics work, the rule is you shut the fuck up. I also have a rule that for every 3 times someone asks you a question about yourself, you are allowed to ask, let me take that back. For every 3 times someone says something about themselves, you are allowed to say one thing about yourself, and I would also add the caveat, it must relate to what that person said, right? Also, for every question they ask of you, you should be asking 3 genuine questions about them. Now, do you like frogs? Do you like amphibians? Do you like salamanders? Then you wait for them to ask you a question. The focus is on other people and not making them necessarily feel good, but realizing and capitalizing on the fact that people like to talk about themselves. And they will think you're a better person just because you asked them about you. I had it when I was dating where I would not say one damn thing about myself to a girl, but that girl was convinced she liked me. Broad didn't shut up long enough or ask a question about me to even know who I was. But boy, she sure liked me. That's what you're going to do until you figure it out. And don't you tell me if you got some problem don't you dare do it because you have not put any effort into going and actually being social. Oh, I can't bench press my weight because I have a mental condition that won't allow me to go to the gym. No, you're a lazy fuck who doesn't want to work weights, and that's why. Your inability to bench press and lift weights has nothing to do with your mental illness that doesn't exist. It has everything to do with being a lazy fuck and not going to the gym. And your social life and your job and your career and your job hunt are all the same. And even if you do actually, like 1 in the quadrillion of people and millennials that claim they have a mental illness, you actually do have a mental illness. You actually do have an autism or Asperger's. At least you've eliminated laziness as one of the main problems in your life. Because autistic or not, Asperger or not, you got a bigger mental illness, and that is you're a lazy motherfucker. And it doesn't matter if you cure yourself of your mental illness, you'll still be a lazy motherfucker and your problems still won't go away. So you gotta solve them both, if both do indeed exist. But we have empirical fucking proof that you're lazy. Jesus Christ. Or too offensive for a specific audience. I just try to be funny about it, come off as a creep. Yeah, you are socially awkward because you are not picking up on people's social clues because you haven't put the time and effort into finding it. Other issues earlier were personal hygiene. I forget to bathe, wash my cloth, and shave when I am depressed, which I am most of the time. Laziness or depression? I wonder what you should do. You think I'm going to be able to solve this? I don't know. Maybe you should fucking not stink. How does that sound? Basic shit, man. Brush your teeth, use deodorant, shave, do your laundry. No one wants to hang out with somebody who stinks. Period. And if you're too lazy to do that, I got news for you. You're going to be alone a long time, if not all of your life. So you get to choose now. Yes, go talk to a therapist. By all means, go talk to a psychologist. Find out if you actually have a mental disorder. Please do. All right? But in the real world, all right, don't tell me, I just play video games, and if I try, I do all right, but I don't really want to. Well, I like to shave, but I don't feel like shaving most of it. No. Every day you wake up and you go shave. Perhaps maybe this is why Jordan Peterson has a better book than me, or not a better book, but a more successful book, because he actually takes this, make your bed, wipe your ass, brush your teeth, and he writes the simplest shit. People are like, my God, he's a genius. What? He is a genius, but wipe your teeth and brush, wipe your ass and brush your teeth. Wow, I never thought of that. In the end of high school, I became socially isolated, and is that today still. I've only kissed one girl, ones who were too drunk to memories in the next day of high school. Additionally, I have one other positive memory when a girl at a party. Okay, you're not. Girls are at least 4 years of grueling hard work away. You are not going towards girls at all. Because not only are you not anywhere near ready for them, you're not offering them anything they want, and you're just going to get yourself in trouble. All right? You're not, I'm not saying don't hang out at a party if there's girls around, but you're not dating girls at all until you get your fucking shit right. I have one other positive memory when a girl at a party at one of my former friend's house at 17 let me hold my arm around her outside. She was too pissed drunk to walk, but still counts in my head for some form of girl contact. I don't have any other positive experience from parties or girls at all. The rest of the time, girls keep their distance from me when they know me. Yeah, they have every right to. Other issues, I'm afraid to drive. No, you're too lazy to go out and drive. I drove a car once after getting my driver's license. All right, so here, again, you prove that you can do it. You could go get a driver's license, but I don't want to drive. Additionally, I am loser with no friends anymore and don't do interesting things. Well, I guess you better go do interesting things then, huh? After getting 2 rejections from the job interviews the other day, I got extremely depressed. Okay, I have realized I want to turn around my life drastically. Well, I guess you better make different and drastically different choices. The biggest of which is you're not going to be lazy anymore. And you're going to do basic shit that you know is... Everything you know is wrong here. Don't act like you don't know to bathe or shave. Fuck you, fuck off. I totally did not charge enough for this. That's a problem when I skim. From tomorrow, I am doing something all day to turn my life around. Oh, here's some hope. These are goals. Send more job applications and a few per week. Oh, good. So your solution here is to stop being lazy. In my country, we write cover letters for all the applications, but they can mostly just be duplicated with 80% being the same. I want to try getting a job with my degree for at least another year before I give up and need to apply to a wider area. No. You are going to apply to different areas, because what will happen is if you apply and you saturate a market with your degrees, no one, including recruiters, are going to want to have anything to do with you. Plus, to be part of a man and not be lazy is to go and live in other places you're not necessarily excited about. Additionally, I need to become better at interviews and give better answers for bad grades and no experience. I can't beat other candidates in interviews, it seems. You may not be able to. You may have just pissed away more than 4 years of your life because you took too long to graduate. You may have to go back and get a completely different degree with completely new and better grades. You may have just pissed away that entire time because you were lazy. And Mark, I want you to listen to me right now. All this pain and agony you're going through, Atham's dad said it best. Lazy people work twice as hard. And now you get to go back to school in all likelihood. Learn to drive again. My mom said I can borrow her car. I just don't know how to drive anymore. I need this for job market probably. Yes, you do. You need your mom. Dude, oh my God, if you were my son. You probably live at home. Become social. I don't have any friends. I don't understand how to get any. Okay, that's another question. But I like your goal. But if you're going to become social, you need to clean and shave and bathe. I don't know where your parents are letting you walk out of the house all stinky and shit. But yeah, you need to go. And I agree with you. You need to be social. So I'd recommend watch my video, how to be an interesting person, how to have conversation. But right now, you're just going to go out there and maybe play some games, maybe play some sports. You're not there to be popular. For God's fucking sake, don't force it. Just let it happen naturally. Be the quiet, shy guy. Don't stink. And then maybe wear an okay shirt or something if it's not physical activity. Begin dating. No. You're not having that goal. No. You're a mess. You're a complete mess. And frankly, you do not have the time. If you're going to turn your life around, you're not going to have enough hours in the day to be applying for jobs, thinking about a new career, learning to drive, getting out there, getting comfortable driving, getting insurance, finding a job, finding your own place, and then going on top of it and trying to form a social life. You are not going to waste your time. Well, okay, if you do go out and date girls or try to date them, you will be wasting your time because they will want nothing to do with you. You just don't have what women want. And that is going to be a multi-$1,000 personal consultation request down the road if you ever get to the point of working. I would say instead of dating, you put your time and effort into working out. That's what I would do. Don't know how, don't know if can learn kissing and sex out of the blue by myself. No, you're not there yet. So it's probably going to be filled with bad experiences to begin with, but I need to overcome that. No. You are incapable of overcoming it. You gotta bathe and shower. That's the level you're, and you gotta not flunk out of class, and you gotta send more than 3 resumes out per week. To date a girl requires you be in physically good shape, you be funny in way you are further away than I am from the Oort cloud right now to dating women. So just be always doing interesting things. Good. I don't have any money barely. Besides unemployment benefit, which just barely pay my food and rent. Oh, so the taxpayers are paying for your laziness. Good, bravo. Probably need sport or a gym. It just needs to be something where I meet people. You're not necessarily going to the gym to meet people, but you can go and do interesting things. Gain weight and muscle. I'm 182 centimeters tall and very underweight. I was close to being disqualified for military service because of my low weight. Yes, you can. Again, gym and diet, those are good things. I would not be going dating. Save that extra time for lifting weight and eating correctly. Improve my academic skills for an interview The ones I failed at solving a case the interviewer gave me to test my skills. It was business intelligence, job startup. I needed constructive visualization, firm sales data, and a program called Power BI. I don't know, but I would not worry about that just yet. I won't worry about that one. Quit gaming. I used to be a Dota 2 and WoW addict. I know what World of Warcraft is. I don't know what Dota is. I don't play anymore and haven't done in 9 months. Great! I still use multiple hours doing nothing on YouTube each day and playing phone games. Multiple hours a day. Dude, you're never playing video games again. Go to the fucking gym. Get up in the morning. I set my alarm clock for 6, but I just turn the clock off and then go back to sleep. I don't get up unless I have something to do or a meeting, because you're lazy. In long-term goals, I want to move to the biggest city in my country in my early 30s and settle down there for long-term career goals and get married probably. You're not, that's not going to happen, at least for 4 to 5 to 10 years. In addition, I want to ensure that my kids, God almighty, don't you dare breed. Don't you dare breed. You are going to wait until you get your goddamn... Until the point in time comes you looking back, holy shit, I know exactly why I fucked up and what a pathetic man I was back then. Then maybe you could think about having kids, but you can't even support your goddamn self. You're a parasite living off of the taxpayer. Fuck you, you're not having kids. How do I do this? You do what I just told you to do. The simple answer is stop being lazy. You know what to do. Don't act like you don't know. Before I have failed and given up my changing life and just keeps falling back to playing videos all day and doing nothing. I guess you just commit to not playing video games. How do I turn my life around totally and for sure this time? You just stop playing video games. Read the book Addiction is a Choice. I never read it, but the great one himself, sinlibsocial.com, he recommends it. How do I stop playing video games? Well, you stop playing video games. And I've gone through everything you need to do specifically, except for chasing girls, you're not chasing girls, to turn this around. I'm writing a bulleted list for tomorrow to check off the tasks to do all day from the 8 a.m. in the morning to 1800. Okay, I really want to change my life drastically without me falling back to being too difficult. I prefer a YouTube video response, but you should probably get back to me before posting it. Do you want a picture? How do I send? No, you sent the picture, and you look exactly the way you describe. You look like a beady, soft, you're not fat, you're skinny fat. Yeah, you look like the beady guy that would creep out girls. You do. I see no girl wanting to, I mean, it's not that you don't have the chance to chisel up and be a handsome man, but that's the first thing I'd be doing, man, is hitting that gym, because you at least get an immediate rate of return on that. I'm not going to show it to anyone. I never show the pictures to anyone. Look, guy, this is the solution to it all. First, go talk to a therapist, see if you actually got some mental problems. All right? I don't deal with the mental problem world. I'm not licensed. But in the real world, what I do, the core to everything of your solution is to stop being lazy. That's it. And if you stop being lazy and you actually fill in all these hours from 8 in the morning to 6 at night, if you actually fill in all those hours, a lot of these problems will go away. A lot of them. But I would just make sure, like, the first thing you should do, here's only one, aside from saying stop being lazy, and make sure you don't waste your time, I would spend a good 10 to 15 minutes every morning going through your to-do list. That's one of the things I do. I got a to-do list with more to-dos than time. And just, you got your schedule, come up with your daily to-do list of things you have to do, and just get them done. That's it. And then prepare for a world of suck. Because the real world sucks, and it's not as fun as living off the taxpayer or playing video games. But it is more fun because us normal people, the ones who aren't lazy, no good fucks, we actually occasionally get laid every once in a while. We feel some boobies. We might actually have kids, and we get jobs so we can pay the taxes to support people who like to sleep in at 6:30 and hit the alarm clock and then play video games and mope. All right, if you ever do change it and turn it around, I'd love to hear it, because you'd be the greatest asshole consulting success story. But that's my only solution. Stop being lazy. And by the way, before I post this, I'm going to see if you actually paid your fucking bill. Toodles.